Hi everyone. Whoops, I slid my whole map there. Welcome back for the latest episode of Color Combo 2023. We're starting our yellow study this week, and our colors are mustard yellow and navy blue. So thanks for coming back and watching me, and I hope everybody is enjoying the challenge. If you haven't joined in yet, come on in. You don't have to start at the beginning. You can start right now if you'd like. Every 4 weeks, I do a different main color. This 4 weeks happens to be yellow, and I will combine that color with another color and create a collage or a piece of ephemera or something in those colors. I have been working in my big book, and this was last week, which was pink and burgundy. And you can see I made a pocket with a couple little items stuck in it. And I have this little lace sample pack. So whatever you want to do in your journals, or if you want to do an art piece, or, whatever you would like to do, and you're comfortable doing, you may do that. The only real rule is to use the two colors and, take from your stash. And the purpose of the challenge is to use colors that we wouldn't normally use if we're picking out things to put in journals, to hopefully expand our selections of colors that we use, so we don't tend to always go back to the same colors. With that being said, today what I'm going to do is I have this faux coffee dyed, tea dyed, something envelope that I had previously pinned on this page of my journal, intending for it to be a flip out like this. So I'm going to build my combo collage on the outside of this envelope, because I have this on this page. I think, and because you can see the blue back here, I think this is a good place for this because it will carry through to the whole thing. So we're going to do this envelope, and then we're going to do something on this little page. So to make it easier, I'm going to take the envelope out and move my book out of the way, and that'll make it easier for me to work on it, and then we'll put it back in there at the end. All right. So I have gone through and I've pulled out some scrapbook pieces, and I've got some Tim Holtz stuff. I've got some vintage ephemera, like this piece of, this is a receipt from, it looks like maybe a hardware store. Yeah, I think it's from like a hardware store from 1979. And I think it has kind of a mustardy yellow look, and it has kind of the blue print on it, so I thought that would go good. So I'm going to put that on there, and then I've made kind of a tag shape out of scrapbook paper, and I wanted to say this is like creative something. I don't have the outside package anymore because I used most of the paper. It was gorgeous, but it was a fall looking paper. So we're going to go kind of with fall colors today. So let's ink up our envelope to begin with. Oh, and the ink I chose to use for this, for my leaves, which you'll see in a minute, is fossilized amber. That's really good mustardy, one of my favorite colors from Tim Holtz. And I am not a yellow person, but I love that color because it's that kind of mustard color yellow. I'm not a fan of bright yellows like a lemon yellow or, that kind of yellow. It's not my favorite. and really it's not necessary probably to ink this envelope. It does have a really nice look to it. I got this on Amazon. You got a big stack of faux stained envelopes in stationery with 3 or 4 different patterns, and I like it when because it doesn't smell. And sometimes, you know, you don't want to put that coffee smell in your journals or in your makes. But it still has a nice look by the time that you collage on top of it and whatever it is. It still gives you, you know, the appearance of being coffee stained, even though it's obviously digitally printed on there. If that makes sense. So I'm going to put this back here just because I need some more blue, I think. So I'm going to put this piece on first. I stacked all my little pieces on top of my glue book. That probably wasn't the best thing to do. You guys, you would not believe what I did on Tuesday. I'm still laughing at myself. So feel free to laugh because I have all week long. This was last Tuesday. You're seeing this this Tuesday, but this was last Tuesday. So I get up and it is going to storm. And so I'm telling myself that I need to hurry, get to work a little earlier because I don't want to be, you know, trying to drive in the storms, especially when other people are trying to drive in the storms. Because I don't know about where you are, but where I am, people forget how to drive when it rains or something. I don't know what happens. But anyway, so I was in a hurry. I was getting ready. And so I'm flying out the door so I can beat the school. We had school start as well. So, and we have a school that's, you know, probably about a mile down the road. So I'm trying to beat before the lights come on at the school, you know, get through the 15-mile-an-hour little speed zone thing before the lights come on. So I get to work. And I put my lunch in the refrigerator, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going back to my office, and I look down, and I have gone to work with 2 different shoes on. I kid you not. Now, granted, they were, you know, about the same color. They were black and about the same style, but obviously 2 different shoes. I was mortified. Luckily, I am not a person in the office that has to get up and move around a lot. Most people that come to see me, they come to see me. I don't have to go see them. And a lot of my daily business is by telephone or email. So that was a saving grace. And so I was able to pretty much avoid anyone noticing that I had on different shoes. I was laughing at myself so hard I was crying. And I thought, you know what? It's a good thing you are about to retire because obviously your mind is shot. And you don't need to be doing this anymore. And I'm not even sure how or that happened, that I could get out of the house and not notice that I had on 2 different shoes. So that's my funny story. Feel free to laugh at me. I have laughed at me all week. All right, this is just a Tim Holtz ephemera piece, and it's in the palette pack, I believe. But I think it has a nice mustardy color yellow. And I'm going to put it kind of like that, hanging off the edge a little bit. And do I have anything else that goes underneath the leaves? Do they go under? No, they're going underneath the next layer. Alright, so I think that's all that's going underneath. So I'm going to put that right under the fries. And I'm going to leave it hanging off the edge. And I'll stamp or something on the back so that when it flips up, you won't see the white edgy part. And I think since I have this kind of in a tag shape, I'm going to poke a hole up in the top of that. And maybe even put a grommet in it in a little piece of string, just to give the illusion that it's a tag, even though it's not. Put my pen and my glue here while we're fiddling with that. Alright, so yeah, I'd love to hear if you all have done anything silly like that. My first mistake was going into the closet and not turning on the light and just, you know, putting my feet into shoes, which is really strange in the first place because my shoes, you know, were setting. I have, you know, 2-3 different pairs of shoes that I wear in the summer, and normally they're setting in the closet, you know, paired up left and right, and I can just go in there and slip on my shoes and out the door I go. That's the last thing I do, you know. I'm a Southern hillbilly, so I don't wear shoes unless I absolutely have to. There we go. Now, let's just put some string through that. I don't want anything too thick. But yeah, that is my story for the week. And the day did not get any better. It did not. It was one of those just Murphy's Law days. And I really struggled through the whole day. Doing just dumb stuff. Which is, if you guys can, I don't know if you can see that or not. That's how that happened. I ran into a door frame. Yep, just one of those days. My husband asked me when I got home, he said, "You just want to go to bed now so you can start over tomorrow?" And I was like, that may be a good idea. That may be exactly what I need to do. Okay, this is a piece of advertisement off the back of a one of my vintage advertising cards that normally would have a photo, you know, or not a photo, but, you know, a picture on the other side. But this side had this nice mustardy color look to it, and the printing is blue, and I don't know how that shows up in the camera, but that is actually navy blue. So I ran a photocopy of it, and I'm going to use just the back side and put it down on here, and I don't want to do that yet because I have this and I can't remember. Yeah, that'd be fine, but I have to glue this down. I should have took a photo of how I had it laid out before, and I would know better what I'm doing here, but I didn't do that. Alright, so we're going to put this down. Try to get it straight before it sets. Then this piece is going to go right down here in the corner. Okay, and then I have this, and it is just a sticker that looks like a sack of papers with a little clip on it, and I thought that would be cute if you wanted to make a little note or something like that. And I have this label that I'm going to put up here, and on the label I have this number, and I also have I don't lose it, a little bumblebee, and I'm going to put that right there so it makes it look like the rabbit is looking at the bumblebee rather than just kind of staring off into space. Have a butterfly that I'm going to lay here. And then I have a couple of washi mushrooms. This ticket tag, I think it's actually a tag. I have out, but let me do it like that. And then put a mushroom there. Something like that. Move this down maybe a little. Or maybe not use this. Or maybe. Do I need a mushroom up here? Maybe I should put the mushroom up here. But then you can't really see it's a mushroom, and I can't let that hang over, but I could cut it off. Okay, let's put this down because I know I want this. And I know I want the butterfly on it. Like that. So let's do that first. If I can get the backing off. Take a pen, see. But the good news is about Tuesday is I did beat the school traffic and I did beat the storms, and we had some terrible ones. We actually had a tornado that destroyed quite a bit of an area in town, which I think they said it had been like 60 years since we had had a tornado, you know, actually in the city. But it hit an apartment complex and pretty much ruined it. And it wasn't too awfully far from, I mean, it was pretty good ways from my house, but for my work, you know, it wasn't too far. Probably about a 20-minute drive. And that's through, you know, right through town, so it's not that far in miles. But yeah, so that was not good. Lots of thunder and lightning and rain and wind. We had a lot of wind damage. I think they said that there was like 60,000 customers without power after the storms came through. And they've been working diligently to try to get everyone. Now, granted, I'm filming this on Saturday, so, you know, they have not been without a power for a week, but they have been without power for several days because this happened on Tuesday. And I believe they said last night on the news that they were down to the last 4 customers that did not have power, so yep, it was pretty bad. But I was safe at work in my 2 different shoes, so it's all good. Alright, now I want to put, I've got a little baggie of threads, and some of them are from denim. Let's see if I can pull out some of the blue ones and put under butterfly. I'm just going to kind of ball them up. Something like that. And glue my butterfly down. It just gives it a little bit of texture. There's not really a purpose for it. And this is just a label that is, it's a piece of scrapbook paper that had some really light, like script writing on it. And then I took a um, label stamp. And stamped on it, you know, the frame. And then just cut it out. And this is Tim Holtz out of the palette ephemera pack. And this is just out of a digital that I had that had several little bees on it. And I think it's Artie Mae's bees kit. And I just cut out one of the little bees that I thought size-wise went with it. And now, do I want to put, I may put that there. I don't want to put it there. It looks like it's sitting on top of his head. Let's put it there and see what happens. I'm going to trim that white a little more. Sorry I got quiet. Obviously I can't cut and talk at the same time. Or fussy cat anyway. Alright. Now can we get that off now that I've done that? Come on, little sticker. Feel free to fast forward through my fumbleness. Oh my gosh, come on, guys. There we go. Did not want to cooperate. Okay, I'm just gonna trim that off. Oh, I forgot my leaves. Darn it. I knew I was forgetting something. I'm gonna lose my mushrooms down here, but I'm not too sad about that, honestly. If I can get this up enough to put my leaves. See? My frustrations continue. Maybe I can pull this up. It is, however, just a washi sticker, right? If I go careful. Okay, butterfly, I need you to come up just a little bit. All right. So you're going to learn how to wing it. Get my big scissors here. See, luckily this is my journal, so it really doesn't make much difference. If it's perfect or not. I'm gonna go really slow here. Okay. All right, where is... Okay, so far so good. Now, I want my leaves to go up under here. All right, let me... And these are these... You see this awful glitter stuff on the back? I would never use that in a million years. I got these in a Happy Mail. And so I'm just turning them, I turned it over and colored it with the fossilized amber. And this one was kind of out of crafty colored paper. And again, I put the fossilized amber on top. And it gave a different, kind of a different shade to it. All right, now let's put our butterfly back together. There we go. Get glue off my glass here. Let's put some, a little bit of ink on that string so it doesn't look so white. There we go. I'm going to cut these a little bit. I think they're too long. Actually, I'm going to kind of make it, giving my haircut. Okay, so there's that part now that we've had our disaster. So let's bring the journal back over. Where's my glue pen? Oh, I see it. Put that back in there before my glue dries up. Alright, so now let me go back to our page. This will go on like this. So we need to address what we're going to do here, and also, are we going to do anything back here? Now, my thought for back here is, when I get to that part, is to take this digital, which is blue French ticking, and I actually printed this to use in a journal that I'm about to start, but I thought a piece of it would be nice with this collage. Just cutting the edges off. I could have done that quicker with my trimmer, probably. So how would that look on there? And then my other option is, not option, but my other idea is to use this kids drawing paper as well, so that we have something like that, which is probably what I'll do. So when I address this page over here, what I've done is I've made two of the Tim Holtz coin, or what are these called? The, yeah, like little coin envelopes that I'm going to put here and here. And these are out of the same paper scraps as the bunny rabbit. I like this blue with this blue, but I'm not sure I like it with this blue. So I don't know, I'll have to debate that before I actually put something back there. Okay, so let's focus on these two little envelopes so we can get on with it. So let's glue these, ink them and glue them. Okay, find my ink. And for a closure, all I'm gonna do is I've got a Tracy label that I put some hard cardstock on the back of. Like here's one of them. And I'm just gonna put it on like that. So that the flap will fit down underneath it. Okay, let's ink this one. Give myself a little bit of working room there. And then I'm going to put these two little pictures, which are Louisa Hansel's latest kit of those little photos. If you've not seen that kit, you need to go check it out. It is really cool. The thing I like about it, I think, is that it doesn't have the typical pictures that you normally see in those little kits. She's got some really funny ones and some really crazy looking things in that kit, and I think they're just adorable. Then I'm going to take a couple of rusty paper clips. Clip those down. I've got this that I'm going to put somewhere once I determine. I may put it right there. It looks kind of cool. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Make sure I'm not gluing it to my puppy dog back there. Okay, so then I'm going to glue these down, and I'm not going to worry about trying to do anything like make a pocket behind them or anything like that. just the pocket in the envelope is going to be fine for me. Okay, and then I have some faux Scotch tape that I just colored with butterscotch alcohol ink. And I want to give the illusion that I've taped these on the page. Okay, so with the exception of what I'm going to do, oh, I need to put my paper clip back on there, don't I? With what I'm going to do underneath there, I'm not gluing this down yet because I haven't done this, and so I want to make sure that I finish my layout before I glue that flap on. So there we go. I'm thinking maybe just a little bit of this. I actually may want it this way. Maybe I'll make a pocket. With this color. That way there wouldn't be a lot of it. Make a little pocket down here. And then make a tag to go in the pocket with this, with some blue on it. Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. So I won't bore you to death doing that in this video. I'll stick this back there so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So if I make a tag to go in there with some blue on it of some sorts, then I think we'll be good. Yes? Alright, so that's it, guys. Color Combo 2023. First week of yellow. And I still want to use this. I may hang this from the tag or something. Or put it on the pocket, maybe. We'll see. Mustard and navy blue. And let me give you the next 3 weeks in case you missed the last video, so you'll know the whole yellow caboodle. So next week is butter yellow and teal. The week after that is yellow and red, and the final week is yellow and lilac. So again, butter, yellow and teal, yellow and red, and yellow and lilac. So I hope you guys are enjoying the challenge, and thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys back on Thursday for I Saw It on Pinterest. Bye.